Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. C. I was listening to an amazing video that I like to watch from Simon Sinek about the idea of trust, and I thought of you all, and I thought I would share a few thoughts that you might think about as you're continuing your reflections. Think about the idea of leadership and answer yourself one question. Who do you trust and why? Remember, leadership and followership is a marriage. Can't have one without the other. Can't have a leader without a follower by definition. But the question is, who do we trust and why? Do we trust the person who has the rank, the authority, the title, the position? Do we follow them because we have to? Or do we follow them because we want to? And even more importantly, what kind of leader do you want to be? So again, I ask you the question that Simon Sinek posed in his video this morning. Who do you trust and why? Because the idea is we can measure an awful lot of things, and I know I've been hammering y'all this week in the fact that we can measure performance. We can measure return on investments and return on assets and all kinds of key performance metrics, right? Things that are measurable, things that are tangible, things that are usually financial in nature. The intangibles, not so much. And so the idea of leadership has to include the opportunity of how do we create trust? How do we follow trust? How is trust broken? And can it ever be repaired? Interesting questions to ask. So I want you to think about this week when you're doing your reflections and you're watching your leaders and you're watching your videos and you're participating in class. First and foremost, remember, I am always available for those of you who have already discovered. It's been wonderful working with you. I'm able to schedule coaching classes, one-on-ones. We can also do a group coaching call or a mentoring call. Whatever it is, I know my goal is to contribute to your success. What has meaning to you as a student? What do you want to get out of this program in there? And sometimes we just need a little one-on-one with our faculty, and that's okay. That's why I'm here. But you got to reach out to me. So why don't we schedule some time and to think about who do you trust? It can be in the workplace, it can be in your family place, it can be in your church place. But you need to have that idea because leadership is, in my opinion, nothing without trust. To me, trust and respect are earned, not given, and they're earned each and every day. It could be a lifetime of earning amazing currency in the bank, if you will, and it takes a moment to lose it. So I want you to think about this week as you're going through your reflections, as you're going through all the leadership techniques we're talking about. Remember, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care, and that's true. The question is, who do you trust? To whom is your trust given? To whom is your trust received? And why? These are hard questions to grapple with, but they are definitely part of the leadership equation. Remember, can't have one without the other. Leadership and followers, they go together. But there's difference between leadership and management. There's difference between trust and respect. There's also leaders who lead by the numbers, who lead by transactional exchanges. There are also leaders who live by love, leaders who lead by love. And I know that's touchy-feely, but I have a mentor of mine who says love is just damn good business. And I think that's true. So think about this week and how you are experienced with your leaders and how others experience you. And most importantly, how do you want to be experienced? Because that is a hard sell when you're doing things because the company requires you. But there's a movie, old movie from John Wayne from years ago called Sergeant York. And he's a staff sergeant. And the question became, do you follow the baby lieutenant or you follow the staff sergeant? And everybody followed the staff sergeant because he was experienced, he was charismatic, he had leader, and he always had your back. And you knew that if you followed Sergeant York, you were coming home. And so think about the choices you make. We follow our chain of command because we have to. We follow our leaders because we want to. Something to see you around the quad this week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.